Hello girls, how are you doing? Today we'll take Only Daughter. It's a personal essay written by Sandra Ciseneros. She is a Mexican woman, and a Mexican author. Okay? The main question he asks me here is, what is your rule in your household? What's your rule? What do you do in your house? Think about the different rules that you play in your family and how you feel about them. Has your gender helped to determine these rules? Basically, in our countries, the Arab countries, girls do not go out usually, so they sit at home. Boys are responsible for going out and buying what the house wants. Yani, if you have a brother, what is his chores and what are your chores? So you help your mother cooking, cleaning, right? Baking, washing the dishes. Does your brother do the same? So the house chores are divided upon your gender, upon your age, or upon what? So has your gender helped to determine these rules? In the following selections by Sandra Ciseneros, you learn what it means to be a daughter in a traditional Mexican American family. So it looks like in a Mexican American family, they have the same, because he asks here about the gender. So I feel like in Mexican families too, the house chores are divided up to the gender of the children. So he wants you to think. So during the 1960s, many people began re-examining the role of women both at home and in society. So maybe women were not allowed to work too. Since then, ideas about the proper roles of males and females have changed dramatically. In a large group, share your thoughts about the roles of males and females today. So are the rules of males and females now different than before? At 1960s, women were allowed to work in our countries or a Mexican country. Women were allowed to think. What is the difference? What is the difference between 1960 and 2020? Like 80 years. Okay. The rules of males and females today. Discuss gender rules at home. So here in the picture, the man is holding the baby and ironing the clothes. The woman is fixing the table or something. Is it normal? Or what is normal? The opposite. Women hold the babies and they do the housework and the man makes the table. In Only Daughter, we will learn the text analysis, we will learn the style and the voice. Sandra Ciseneros is a contemporary writer who is known. Contemporary is exciting. Writer who is known for her vibrant writing style, well known and fast and rapid. Her work is easily recognizable because of her distinctive voice. Distinctive, like special. In literature, what is a voice? When I call you, you will know me from my voice. But when you read for me, how will you know me? How will you know that it's me who is talking to you? By the voice. In writing, how you know that it's me who is talking to you? By the words. So a voice is the writer's use of language. Each author has his own way in writing. Writer's use of language in a way that allows readers to hear his personality, hear or his personality in his or her writing. In Only Daughter, Ciseneros states, she says, at Christmas I flew home to Chicago. The house was throbbing, same as always, hot tamales and sweet tamales hissing in my mother's pressure cooker. And everybody, my mother's 6 brothers, wives, babies, aunts, cousins, talking too loud and at the same time. Ciseneros' use of conversational language, vivid image. So what does she use? Conversational language, vivid images, and lyrical sentences gives the reader a sense of her lively spirit. So this is what makes Sandra famous. Her conversational language, her vivid images, and lyrical sentences. As you read the two selections, because we will take Only Daughter and we will take Caramello, both are written by Sandra Ciseneros. Think about the other stylistic elements that contribute to her voice. So you will read, while reading you will know what is a way that is so unique for Sandra. So this is the text analysis, then the reading skill. Reading skill, identity, author's purpose. What is this? You may recall that an author's purpose is why he writes it. So why he or she creates a particular work. Often an author's purpose directly relates to the form or genre or of a text as well as its structural pattern. Ciseneros is a versatile writer whose body of work comprises different forms, including poetry, non-fiction, and fiction. As you read each selection, jot down answers to the following questions. What is the form or genre? What is the form or genre of this work? So you have to say what is the genre. What is a genre? Genre is it historical fiction? It's a tale, it's fiction, non-fiction, poetry. Genre is how books are divided. When you go to Jarir, you'll find a section for fiction, a section for non-fiction. Why do writers usually write this type of work? Why? So while we read, we have to answer. Which words or phrases suggest a specific tune, the tune of the author? How we get the tune? What is the tune? The tune is sad, happy. Does the tune of the work suggest a specific purpose? Does she use a specific purpose to deliver you the tune? Or the tune is used for a specific purpose? Later you will use your answers to help you draw conclusions about Ciseneros' purpose in each selection. She wrote two selections. We will read the two selections. We will compare. Basically, here they give us two passages together or a passage and a poem. He wants me to compare between the methods. So maybe two passages are giving me the same idea. Maybe one passage giving me a reply for the first passage. Maybe they are contradicting each other. Here we have to ask, after we finish, we have to ask ourselves, what are they used for? What is the purpose for writing both? What is the tune in each one? And the tune suggests a purpose or not? And the words and phrases, they give you a tune or not? Sandra Ciseneros. Meet the author. Born 1954. A writer under wraps. Born in Chicago in 1954, Sandra Ciseneros. Yes, I said this right. I said it right. Ciseneros grew up with her Mexican father, Mexican American mother, and 6 brothers. She was only daughter among 6 brothers in an American Mexican family. As a young girl, she had few friends because her family moved frequently between Chicago and Mexico City. To ward off loneliness, when you move from a place to another place, you don't have strong friends. So she suffered from loneliness. She often reads stories and wrote poetry. As a teenager, she continued to write but was careful to keep her work away from family members. Why? She was afraid what? She was afraid that they will laugh at her writings, or take it lightly, or take it silly. Who disapproved of her writing? They didn't agree that she writes. They saw that writing is a waste of time. A proud Latina. While in graduate school, Ciseneros began to embrace her own cultural heritage. Cultural heritage is her Mexican heritage, and experiences. She learned that the people and events that had shaped her life were different from those that had influenced the lives of her classmates. She was different than others because she was raised in a different way than others. Why? Because her ancestors, her heritage, her Mexican heritage is different than others. This discovery helped her find her own literary voice, one that reflected her unique Mexican-American background. Ciseneros published The House on Mango Street, a series of prose vignettes told by a girl living in a Chicago neighborhood. Actually, grade 9 took this story last week. The House on Mango Street, a series of prose vignettes. Vignette is art written like stories and novels, told by a girl living in a Chicago neighborhood. Since then, she has continued to tell stories drawn from her personal history. What is her personal history? That she is from a Mexican-American family. Background to the selection. So here is Sandra Ciseneros. Traditional rules. An only daughter, Ciseneros describes her father's ideas about the proper role of females. How would you expect the proper rules for females will be? Getting married, having children, raising children, cooking, cleaning, and that. Coming from the culture of old Mexico, Ciseneros' father held the patriarchal beliefs of many traditional cultures. That is, he considered men the heads of families. Men are the dominants of the house and the leaders of society. According to his values, a woman needed only to become someone's wife. A woman is only a wife and devote herself to her home and family. So Ciseneros took on behalf of other Mexican-American women. Okay, girls, we stop here. See you later. Thank you, girls. Bye.